first and only dark-skinned activist is in the building. Darkskinactivist.com. Darkskinactivist.com. That's right. I'm the first person in recorded history to create a movement to fight to end what some people call colorism, but I call darkism. And I started this movement way back in 1998 before anybody started talking about dark skin. Okay? And I started out all my lives the same way because so many people on YouTube have stolen and ripped off my ideas about dark skin. You're not the dark skin activist. It's only one dark skin activist, and that's Rashida Strober. Say thank you for me introducing dark skin activism and the conversation about dark skin, because I gave y'all channels. And what y'all need to be doing to show your support and your gratefulness is make a donation. My Cash App is $rashidalala. $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. And you can find my Cash App in the description to this live. And yes, I would like more donations. Donate. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You can check out my books. My books include Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against, How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet, which is the first book ever written as a motivational book for dark-skinned females. I also wrote a book and the play called A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, where I play multiple dark-skinned characters from a variety of different walks of life. And if you want to book my show, all you need to do is contact me. Go to my email, which is darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. 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 All right, y'all. Good morning, Celia. You're first in the building. Good morning, George. Good morning, everybody. Let me show you guys. A little bit of time on my hand today because I'm out here working out. I'm gonna show you guys. This is where I'm at today. It was raining yesterday or last night, and it's a little bit wet out here, but I've been out here working out today. Today is one of the days that I did not run. I'm walking 6 miles, and the reason I didn't run because sometimes I get so addicted to running. Y'all, hold on, let me put the camera back on my face. Sometimes I get so addicted to running, but I need to relax my muscles. So I have to literally force myself not to run, even though I wanted to run today. I wanted to run real bad, but I'm walking today. Make sure you guys like and share the video, like and share the video. Good morning. I stopped right here. Show y'all that apartment's right here. Because I'm drinking my juices. I made some juice this morning. Let me show y'all. I'm almost done with it. I made 3 bottles of this. 3 bottles. This is kale. What's in here? Kale, lime, chlorella, and ashwagandha. That's what's in here. And as I've been walking this morning, this is like my 3rd bottle, and I got some water here. So give me a moment here, y'all. I'm gonna be liking to sit on these park benches because people be doing all kind of stuff on here. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant to sit my stuff down. So give me a second here. Let me finish drinking this. And I am gonna drink my water. Give me a second, y'all. Meanwhile, you guys can see the beautiful park here. Over there is gators. There's nothing but gators over there. All right, done. And I got some water here that I'm gonna drink. I drank 3 bottles of kale juice. I will be running another marathon. It's called The Race, and I will be running it in Atlanta. I think it takes place on October 4th. So I've been running my behind off, y'all. I run in different spots every day. The other day I was out there running by the beach, but today I decided I'm going to take a break from running so I could rest my muscles and just drink a lot of fluids. I might even fast today. Make sure if you guys are coming in, hit the like button, hit the share button, because for whatever reason, I don't know, YouTube be not notifying everybody, and that hurts my channel. But I thank God anyway. I'm grateful that God has blessed me to be. I am the longest running colorism channel on YouTube, and all you itches are copied me. Every last one of y'all done copied. Anybody talking about dark skin, y'all done copied me. Anybody. You're not the dark skin activist. It's only one dark skin activist, and that's Rashida Strober. And as an introvert, as a black dark skin introvert, because I am an introvert, if I don't open my mouth and raise my voice, people will run all over me. If I don't open my mouth and raise my voice and tell y'all that people have been stealing and copying my work, people will be believing that these fake ass dark skin channels that be talking about dark skin and colorism, they'll think they created it. You didn't. You're not the dark skin activist. I put dark skin on a map. That's a fact. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Also make a donation. I'm gonna say my Cash App over and over because I don't get enough donations. My Cash App is $RASHIDA'Lala. $RASHIDA'Lala. Once again, $RASHIDA'Lala. You guys can find my Cash App in the description to this live. I would like to get at least 2 Cash App donations before I end this live. All right, so I got some time this morning because I'm out here exercising. And I know some of y'all be like, why you don't go live? We want you to go live more. We want you to go live more. So what I decided to do is go live with you guys and take you with me as I work out and do my exercising. Whew. Okay. Good morning. All right, all this noise. Be quiet. Be quiet, dump trucks. Be quiet. Good morning, y'all. Hey, good morning, everybody. Nadia, you said, please read my comment. Hi, Nadia, Unia R. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Once again, y'all check out my books, darkskinactivist.com. My books include Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment, How to Be the Hottest Dark Skinned Chick on the Planet, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge. I wrote the book version and the play version, and if you ever want to book my one-woman show called The Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, all you got to do is email me at darkskinnisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. darkskinnisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. Hey, Cecilia, I live in Florida, Cecilia. Now let me show you guys where I'm at here. I'm out here at this beautiful park walking. Okay, it's gorgeous out here, but it is, you know. Hey, Nye. Good morning, Nye. I'm reading your comment right now. Good morning. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about this morning, y'all. This is a subject that's near and dear to my heart because I have lost a lot by being a dark-skinned female introvert. I have lost a lot and I have suffered darkism by being a dark-skinned female introvert. And there's somebody that needs to hear this. So what I would like for you guys to do is make sure you like this video and make sure you share this video. Listen, there is a big problem in society with dark-skinned women who are introverts, okay? And I'm gonna be stopping periodically as I talk because I told y'all I'm working out and I'm drinking water and I'm stretching and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. This water has gators in it, by the way, but I like to stop here and do a little bit of stretching. But there's a problem in society with dark-skinned women who are introverts. It's like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't if you dark-skinned. There's this, and I don't know where this expectation came from, because when we were enslaved Africans, there was no such thing as a wretched, ghetto, hood rat, dark-skinned black woman. Show me an example in slavery, during slavery, where dark-skinned black women were ratchet, ghetto, and hood rat. They didn't exist. What I saw existing during slavery, unfortunately, was black dark-skinned women who were basically demure and quiet and beaten into submission. So I have been trying myself, and y'all can drop it in the comments. You know, even after I end this live, y'all go to the comments and tell me where y'all think the concept, where did these hood rat dark-skinned women come from? Like, how did ghetto, hood rat, loud, dark-skinned women come about? I'm really interested in understanding how did black women, particularly dark-skinned black women, because we're the ones that get deemed hood rat and ghetto. How did we transition from slavery to hood rats? How did it happen? So I'm interested in hearing y'all perspective in the comment section. So make sure y'all do that. But during slavery, like I was saying, you know, dark-skinned women were subservient and basically did what you know, the slave master and the overseers told them to do. Okay, the interactions that were going on the plantation between the enslaved, that's a different story. But I tend to believe that it still wasn't no such thing as a ghetto, loud, stereotypical hood rat, black dark-skinned woman. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about my experiences growing up, because y'all know, as the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, I said first and only dark-skinned activist because it's only one. Y'all can sit there and copy me all you want, but you're not the dark-skinned activist. I tell my story. Growing up, I grew up in the hood, but you know, one thing about me, I was always very introverted, and I know that you guys may think that that's not true, but it is the truth. You can ask anybody that know me, that grew up with me, and they will tell you that Rashida Strober was quiet. I was like this quiet bookworm. I grew up with 5 brothers in poverty in the hood in St. Petersburg, Florida, right? And all I wanted to do was stay in the house and read and keep to myself. I wasn't the type of child that wanted to go out. I didn't have a desire to go out, right? Interact with others like that. I didn't have a need to have people around me. Some people have a need to have all these folks around them, and I didn't have that need. I was a dark-skinned introvert. To this day, I'm still a dark-skinned introvert. But as I started to grow older, what I noticed is that the world discriminates against dark-skinned female introverts. The world also discriminates against dark-skinned male introverts as well. So I'm including y'all in on this, even though I might not be necessarily focusing on y'all because I'm a black dark-skinned woman. But make no mistake about it, I understand and realize that black dark-skinned men are victims as well, who are introverts. They are victims of the same stuff that I done went through in society, right? But growing up, that's how I was, y'all. Dark-skinned female introvert. I minded my business. I didn't cause problems with people. You know, I like to stay in the house and read. There were times, and I remember with my brother, shout out my brother Ali, I would go outside with Ali and make mud pies. I used to like to make, when I did come out, I used to like to make mud pies, y'all. And I used to like to climb trees and all that stuff. But I never needed a crowd of people around me. I never needed to be seen. I never needed people's validation. And I think that that's at the heart of it as I grew older, as to why people be hating on dark-skinned female introverts. We don't need your validation. We don't need a crowd. We're just content being who we are. And as I grew older and into myself, people started to hate on me for that. They started to resent that. And when I say people, I'm talking about people in my family. I'm talking about people in school. I'm talking about even people in at church, people on jobs. And when it starts to affect your economics, that's the real problem, because that's what happened. I was fired for being a dark-skinned female introvert. Now, you got videos. I sit here and watch all these videos that they love to discriminate against dark-skinned black women and put us on video as being ratchet and causing problems, you know, at wherever, the airport, shopping centers, etc., as if it is only black women that are engaged in this type of behavior. That's how they paint us out to be. But the flip side of that is when you are a quiet, dark-skinned female that is not causing problems, that's introverted, they hate you too. They hate you too. They hate you too. My belief is this, y'all. And I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys could I know I look great and pretty and all that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna let you guys see some of St. Pete's beauty as I walk. Y'all can walk with me. Y'all can do a virtual walk with me. Okay? My belief is this. It's a person's human right to not interact and talk and to be left alone if that's what they want to do. If that person is not causing problems and harming other human beings, it's a person's human right to be left alone. They don't have to have a conversation with you. They don't have to talk to you. They don't have to interact with you. And I wish that people on jobs, because what I figured out is that's the place where it really impacts you. Yes, it can impact you and your family, because I had a family member try to force me to go to like family events when I wanted to stay inside and just read a book and mind my business. I didn't want to go out and go to the Thanksgiving dinner or the New Year's Day party. I didn't want to do any of that. I wasn't interested. And I had family members who did not like that. I believe that they were intimidated by the fact that I could stand alone. And I'm not saying that you don't need human beings in this world, because everybody do need somebody. But there are some of us on earth that are introverts that we don't need hella human interaction. We just don't need that to function. In fact, it's like the opposite for us. You know, we function better. I'm gonna have to cross the street over here, because these people over here, they be making all this noise. And I know they out here trying to do their job, and I'm about to cross the street because I'm trying to talk to y'all, and I cannot talk to y'all in peace if they making all this noise. But anyway, it's noise all over the city. There go a garbage man right there. Good God. Every time I get ready to go live, this is one of the frustrating things. It's always noise or always some type of something that's going on to where it makes it difficult for me to have a conversation with y'all. But I'm gonna have this conversation today. I'm gonna have this conversation. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Every person don't need interaction like that. Yes, we need people. Everybody needs somebody to survive. But I think that some people are just intimidated by the fact that you don't have to be around a crowd of people. And they want to fight you. They want to try to bully you. They want to intimidate you when they see that that's your personality. And I think that's wrong. I don't think you should be forcing people to interact if that's not what they want to do, if that's not what they feel comfortable doing. If that, like going back to what I was saying earlier, if that introverted, dark-skinned person is not causing harm to other people, if they're not going out doing bad stuff to people, then what is the problem? What is the problem? Why do you need to attack them? Attacking an introverted, dark-skinned person, that's discrimination in and of itself, y'all. Attacking a dark-skinned, introverted person, that's darkism. Y'all, do y'all understand that? Let me get out the road. Turn the camera back on myself, because I know some of y'all want to look at my beautiful face. Hey, Tracy. Make sure y'all hit that like button, please. Make sure y'all hit that share button, because YouTube sometimes doesn't adequately notify people that I'm live. So please make sure that you guys hit the like button and the share button. Also, my goal is to raise at least 2 Cash App donations before I end this live. So please go to my Cash App and make a donation. My Cash App is $RASHIDA LALA. $RASHIDA LALA. Once again, $RASHIDA LALA. And you can find my Cash App in the description to this live. All right. So there have been instances in my life, multiple instances in my life, where being a dark-skinned, introverted Black woman has adversely impacted me. You know, even though I wasn't bothering anybody, you know, even though I wasn't starting to mess with anybody, even though I was living my life and minding my business, the fact people hated the fact that I'm dark-skinned and introverted. They didn't like it. They did not like it. Like I said, like I was telling y'all a few moments ago, I had family members who would get angry at me when I did not want to go to the family cookout, when I did not view that the family cookout as something that was you know, enjoyable. It wasn't enjoyable to me. I'm gonna tell you another thing I hate. You know how when you be in school, right? And the teacher forces you to interact, and the teacher will say, in order to get a grade, a good grade, a good grade for participation, right? There's teachers that will force you to participate and talk, and I don't think that's right. Just because the person in class is not talking, that doesn't mean that that's a bad student. Just because the person in class isn't talking, that doesn't mean that they don't understand the material. And I just don't think that teachers should be forcing students to talk. If that student wants to talk and they want to say something, or if they want to interact, then, they let them do that. But if they don't want to do that, you don't have the right to force them to do that. Teachers should not do that to students. You really shouldn't. I think that's wrong. When I was teaching, y'all, I never forced my students to talk. I never said, as a part of your grade is a participation grade. I never said that. I never did that because I didn't think that was right. On the job, one time I was fired for being a dark black introvert. I never forget it. It has adversely impacted me, and it also has impacted me in positive ways as well, too, because it forced me to understand the game I was playing in this world, being a dark black woman. That people expect for dark black women and black women to be loud, to be turned up, to be the life of the party, to get crunk, to smoke weed and all that and cigarettes and drink and all that foolishness. They expect you to be able to know how to dance and to want to dance. But you need to understand, society needs to understand that not every dark-skinned black woman is on that. I'm not on that. I'm not on none of that. I don't smoke, never smoked in my life. I don't drink. I don't turn up. I like to read. I like to keep to myself. I don't dance. I don't do any of that. And that's my human right. That's my human right. You don't get to define how I'm supposed to be as a dark-skinned black woman. But then when you go out there and you're loud and you talk loud, you raise your voice, society will discriminate against dark-skinned women and say we are ghetto, loud, and ratchet. So you mad because I'm quiet and minding my business, but you also mad when I'm loud and ratchet, according to you, loud and ratchet. Because sometimes a dark-skinned black woman or black woman is not being a ratchet. Some of them are, but some of them are raising their voice to defend themselves or to speak up for themselves. And it's not always a situation where a dark-skinned black woman is loud and ratchet. I watched a video of a non-black woman where the police was called on her because the guy that she was staying with wanted her to leave, right? And the police this lady was so everything that they call black women, ghetto, loud, ratchet. She was so ghetto, loud, and ratchet, y'all. She was so loud. The whole neighborhood, the police was getting tired of her. But do y'all know what they did to her? They coddled her. And in the comment section, nobody called her an animal. Nobody said anything about black fatigue. Nobody said these people, the usual suspects. Nobody in the fucking comments said that, because it pisses me off, because I know that we're victims of racism and darkism. Nobody said nothing about this lady, even though she was exhibiting the exact same behavior that they say black women exhibit. They all gave her a break. And do you know what happened to what the police did? They didn't even take this lady to jail. They take the black women to jail. I see it. You don't believe me? Go on YouTube and you'll see it. They didn't even take this lady to jail, y'all. They wrote her a ticket and told her to come to court. And they told her to just get her stuff and leave. They didn't arrest her and say, oh, you made up a trumped up charge of, oh, you assaulted him, even though she was clearly putting her hands on the dude. You know how they do the black women. You know, they always go overboard. I done seen them take quiet domestic violence, abuse, pregnant black women to jail just because of no actual evidence of the black woman putting their hands on the person. It's just somebody said they did it. You understand? So the black dark-skinned women are never given the benefit of the doubt. Okay? It's anybody that believes that racism don't exist in America, use a damn fucking lie. And the truth ain't in you. You're lying. Because YouTube, if you go on YouTube and you look at these videos of the black women versus the non-black women, and look at the comment section and the way they're treated, and look at how the police officers deal with them versus the way they deal with the non-black women, if you say that it ain't racism, you a motherfucking lie. And it pisses me off. And see, stuff like this, me talking and standing up for myself, people will say I'm ratchet because of how I talk, because of my tonation. See, I can't speak out in this tone of voice. I have to be quiet and demure. But if a non-black woman do it, they're going to get a slap on the wrist. They're going to get praised in the comments. They're going to say, oh, they got a mental illness and they need some help, because that's what they were saying in the comments. But when a black woman is engaged in some type of activity to where there's some problems being caused, they call her animals. They say these people. They say black fatigue. And YouTube needs to do something about the comment section, because YouTube allows for racism to take place in the comment section. I see it. Something needs to be done about the racists that are calling black people racist names. They call black people racist names for the same offenses and actions that non-black people do, but they give these people a pass. They say it's due to their mental health. They say it's due to their trauma. Okay? So what I'm saying is, in America, a black woman, a black dark-skinned woman, you fucked up if you quiet and introverted, don't say shit. You sit back and don't say nothing, they ain't gonna like you. Then you gonna get fired from the job. You fucked up if you're loud and ratchet, as they say. You talk too loud, you look the wrong way, you don't smile. You are damned if you do, damned if you don't. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. Okay? A black, dark-skinned, introverted woman is not allowed to just be. She's not allowed to just exist. She's not allowed to just be her natural personality that God gave to her. Because everybody is born with their own personalities, y'all. But a black, dark-skinned woman is not allowed to be an introvert. I think dark-skinned women and black, dark-skinned men are the only group of people that are not allowed to be introverted. We get penalized for being introverted. And then when I open my mouth to speak up for myself about it, that is a problem too. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That is what I'm saying. I thought I dropped my cloth, y'all. Get that water, y'all. Gone. Whew. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. One time I was working at a place in California. It was a nonprofit organization. We used to raise funds for it was really sales or / telemarketing, because what we would do, we'll get on the phone and call donors, right, that had given to all different types of organizations, and we would call those people back and we would ask them to donate again. And I enjoyed that job because I actually thought it was for a great cause. Like, we was raising funds for people, for organizations rather, like Greenpeace was one of them. I believe the American Cancer Society was one of them. So I actually enjoyed the job. I actually liked the mission of the job because I like to help people, and that just comes natural to me. So I enjoyed it. But I remember After I had became a recruiter, I had hired this one lady, and I you know me, I hire people. I don't discriminate. I'm a real example of a person that don't discriminate on people. Like, I'm not gonna hate on you because of your race. I'm not gonna hate on you because of your skin tone. I'm not gonna hate on you if you overweight. I'm not gonna hate on you if you pretty, if you ugly. I don't give a damn. My criteria was, can this person do the job? That's all I cared about. So there was this one lady that I had hired. I'll never forget her. I'll never forget this lady. I had hired her, right? And I remember about maybe like 2 weeks after I had hired her, I overheard my managers, they was talking shit about this woman. And you know what they was mad about? She was a black woman. She was black. And she was like, she wasn't super dark, but she was dark. And she used to wear her hair like pretty, like, y'all see how my hair is? She used to have like thick dreadlocks, but with corn rolled up like how I got mine. And she was tall and she was slender. And she's a very quiet woman, but very intelligent. And I hired her again because she could do the fucking job. That's it. That's my criteria. Can you do the job? All the other stuff, I don't discriminate on people like that. I would never discriminate on people like that. You can't pay me to discriminate on people like that. But people in these jobs, they always fucking discriminating on people, and I'm sick of it. Okay? I hired her. 2 weeks later, I overheard my bosses and my managers talking about they didn't like the fact that she, every time lunchtime came around, she'd be outside by herself eating her lunch. Who the fuck gets mad because a person goes outside, sits by themselves, eats their lunch, and doesn't bother anybody? Does anybody got an answer to that question? Because I really want to know. Why would someone get upset because a person takes their damn lunch? Now, they doing their job. She was doing a great job. She was calling people, getting donations, meeting her quota, doing everything she was supposed to do, y'all. Came to work every day, didn't cause no problem, wasn't in there gossiping, wasn't in there starting shit with people, you know, wasn't doing none of that. She came to work every day and she did her job. But I had these bosses, my superiors, my supervisors, they were talking about this woman, mad because she was sitting outside having her lunch by herself. She didn't want to sit inside the cafeteria and eat lunch. Who gives a damn? My whole thing is, who gives a flying you know what? The woman was doing the job, but this and they were like contemplating who they wanted to cut. And that's what they were basing whether or not they wanted to cut the woman, cut people based off of the personality of who sat down and had lunch with them, who you know, who was talkative. Never mind that this woman was able to get donations. You didn't care about that. You know, you didn't give a damn about that. You mad because she wants to sit outside and get some quiet time to her damn self and eat her lunch by herself and not cause nobody any problems. You're pissed off because of that. Make that make sense, y'all? It doesn't. But these are the struggles of dark-skinned, introverted women. People do not want you to be. They will not allow you to just be. They're mad at you for being dark-skinned and introverted. They're mad because you don't want to talk. They're mad. They want to force you into talking. And black people do it too. Black people, stop trying to force black people that don't want to talk. Quit trying to force them to talk. They'll talk when they damn ready. They don't have to talk to you. We don't have to. Every black person is not turned up. Okay? Y'all, I'm so damn sick of it. And this is why I'm anti-natalist. Because these little babies, when they're born into this world, these little dark-skinned babies, when they're born into this world, they have no idea of the fuckery that they're about to get caught up in. They have no idea that if they're born with an introverted personality and they're dark-skinned, that they're going to be fucking discriminated against on the jobs, in schools, in their families, just because they're fucking introverts. So that's why I tell people, dark-skinned people, black people. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear it. Save your future kids from suffering by becoming anti-natalist. Save your future kids from suffering by becoming anti-natalists. Okay? Because they grow up, it starts out in school. It even starts out in damn preschool. They want you to be followers in preschool. They want you to be ratchet and turn up even in damn preschool. Even in preschool, y'all. And then when you start to elevate and graduate to higher levels of education, like I said, the teacher will make your grade based upon whether you talk or not, which is dumb as hell. You know, there's multiple types of communication. And I feel like if a person wants to express themselves and talk, then they can express themselves and talk. You don't need to force them to do it. You don't need to beat them into submission. You don't need to penalize them for being who the hell they are. You don't need to do that. But that's what we do in this society. And that's what will happen to your children, your unborn children, that you decide to go out here and procreate. They will become victims. They will become victims of darkism and racism in this society that wants to force them to be the damn way that they want them to be. They will not just let them be born and be. And yes, there are certain societal norms that, yes, we all have to follow. Someone was making that argument to me earlier today, and I agree. If there's a red light, don't run the damn red light. If you run the red light, you might get in an accident. Stuff like that I agree with. But stuff like a person's personality, being introverted and you don't like them because of that, that's fucking idiotic, inhumane behavior. It doesn't make any sense. But that's the way it be, y'all. That's the way it be. darkskinactivist.com. darkskinactivist.com. My cash app is $RASHIDA'S. Once again, $RASHIDA'S. I do not get enough donations, and I would really appreciate it if you all would take the time to make a donation to my cash app. That's where I primarily prefer the donations go, because YouTube takes too long to give you the funds, like through the super chat and the advertisements, because you have to reach a certain threshold in order to be paid, and YouTube pays every month. So that's why I'm asking, if you want to make a donation, please go to my cash app and donate instead. And the cash app again is in the description to the live, and the cash app again is $RASHIDA'Lala. Once again, $RASHIDA'Lala. Once again, $RASHIDA'Lala. My books include Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. And you can find that at darkskinactivist.com for free. You can download it for free. My other books include Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. My other books include How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet and A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. So you can go there and you can get all those books. What else? If you like to book my play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, that's the name of my play. It is a one-woman show where I play 5 different characters from different socioeconomic walks of life. I play these characters, and I will come and I will perform my one-woman show. If you want to reach out to me in the comments. Also, you can email me about booking a performance at darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. That is my email. And yeah, it's just so damn tough in this world, fighting for a place in the world. It's like, why do we have to come in the world and fight for a place? We should automatically, as a human being, when you're born into the world, you as a human being should have, your human right is to have your place in the world and be able to enjoy the resources of the world, to be able to have food, clothing, shelter, all those basic human needs. And they all should be for free. You shouldn't have to pay for it. But in this world, they make you have to fight for it. They make you have to fight for it through working on these jobs, and if a person don't like you, they directly adversely impact your economics, and then you end up not having the money for the things that you need. It's a horrible situation, y'all, and it's a horrible situation. Don't get it twisted. I'm the dark-skinned activist. Don't think I don't realize it's a horrible situation for everybody. Everybody going through this. All races are going through this. It's just, I believe that dark-skinned people probably are suffering more than others, and there's subgroups of dark-skinned people that suffer more than other dark-skinned people. And I believe that introverted dark-skinned people suffer more than regular dark-skinned people, for example. And I believe that introverted heavyset dark-skinned people suffer more than other dark-skinned people, for example. So it's even, there's deeper darkism and discriminations even among the most oppressed group. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I hope it makes sense to y'all. Once again, hit that like button, hit that share button, because somebody needs to hear this. Once again, I'm asking that you all make a donation. I do not get enough donations. I need donations, y'all. I know y'all don't think I do. Why y'all don't think? Some people don't think I need donations. My Cash App is $RASHIDA'Lala, $RASHIDA'Lala. Once again, $RASHIDA'Lala. And you can find my Cash App in the description to this live. And I thank y'all for taking the time to listen to what I have to say, because it's difficult even for a dark-skinned woman to be heard. I mean, it really is. You know, that's why some of them end up ratchets and loud because subconsciously we don't feel heard. I don't think it's a good idea to be a loud, ratchet black woman. I don't like that. Let me be clear. Let me make myself very clear, because I don't want to be misunderstood, and I don't want you to think that I think hood ratism and being ratchet is okay. That's not what I'm saying. I don't think it's okay at all. I don't like to see loud, ratchet, hood rat, hoodlumified women of any race, to be honest with you. Like, it's like, what is y'all doing? I don't want to see it. There's nothing worse to me than to see a group of loud, annoying, ratchet black females. That's a bad thing. I'm not saying that that's good. Don't ever think that that's what I'm saying. But you also have to understand the flip side of it. You also have to understand that you also have to ask the question, well, which I know people are not going to take the time to do. They're not going to give the benefit of the doubt, which is where all the darkism and the racism comes in. The flip side of it is, why are these women loud? Why have these women become ratchet? Because a lot of times, like I said, a lot of times they have not been heard. It's hard to be heard in this country as a dark-skinned black woman. Like, it's a hierarchy. It's a pecking order. You know, when you black and female, you're gonna have to fight a little harder to be heard. But it's definitely not a constructive way to be heard, acting in a ignorant way that we could call wretched or ghetto. That's not good. I'm not condoning that. I don't support that. I'm just saying, understand, or try to understand, make an attempt to understand where the source of the behavior is coming from. You know, and dark-skinned women, we have to always be on our toes. We have to always be careful about how we interact with people, because people are always looking to demonize us and ratchetize us and hooditize us. You know, they're always looking for an excuse and a reason to say that we are bottom feed. And people are not as quick to understand us, and people are not as quick to help us, you know? So we have to figure out ways of being that we're effective, to where we can live. You know what I'm saying? We have to figure out ways to where we can live and function in this world, and it's not easy. It's a very difficult thing to be a dark-skinned female, especially when you are introverted. You know, So I hope that somebody has listened to what I had to say and got something out of it and understood where I was coming from. I hope that you guys enjoyed this live this morning. I thank y'all and I appreciate y'all for allowing me to get my thoughts off of my heart and to speak on it. And my heart does go out to dark-skinned female and male introverts. You are worthy just like anybody else. You're worthy. You have a right to be dark-skinned and introverted. Okay? That's your human right. And don't never let people, no matter what people do, this is why the determination I done came to. No matter what people do, don't ever let people take away or destroy the essence and the core of who you are. They don't get to do that. darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, my Cash App is $RASHIDA'Lala. $RASHIDA'Lala. You can find my Cash App in the description to this live. And if you'd like to book my show, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, email me at darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. Good morning. Let's talk about it. And good morning to everybody that took the time to watch. And I will talk to you guys again soon. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day.